This week, Nations Business takes you to the beautiful easterly isles of Fiji as we bring you highlights of the Commissioner Easton's visit to the Lau Group. This is the first part of a two-part biopic of Netani Rika's visit to the 11 islands of the maritime province of Lau. On a bright Monday morning, the government vessel, the MV Iloilovatu, arrived on Vivia Island after 12 hours of sailing from Suva. This is the first of the 13-day visit to the Lau Group of Islands led by Commissioner Easton, Colonel Netani Rika. Prime Minister Varange Bainimarama led the last official government visit to Lau in 2011. This year's visiting team is made up of different government ministry officials and representatives from public utility sectors.
We need to visit the people because it's an end of the festive season and a new year that we are embarking on. And I believe this is a very good time to visit the people, creating confidence for the various government projects and programs that has been implemented.
After a traditional sevu-sevu at Tarakua village, the team visited Laachi village where government officials started to provide their services.
It's a way of taking to the people the service. Taking it to the people, which is a very important issue that we are working on. And we have a few programs to discuss with the people out there in the islands.
Villagers started to come in numbers to get registered for the 2014 elections, get medical assistance from visiting dentists, assistance by the Social Welfare Department officers, and even a chance to reveal their grievances and requests to the Commissioner. Here, I met Kesaya Vasuitonga, who carried her young daughter for miles from the neighboring village of Vunuku to be seen by the visiting dentists. Kesai informed Nations Business that her daughter had been suffering from toothache for some time, and this visit had given them the opportunity to receive dental service for free. At Laachi village, the Commissioner and his team received a request for assistance for Tambutonga Village School. Tambutonga Village School sits along Draketi River, and whenever it rains, the school compound is prone to flooding. The Commissioner agreed to provide assistance by raising all school buildings and build elevated school walkways to protect school children during floods. The team later visited Natokalau Village School, where the Commissioner witnessed firsthand the condition of the school and suggest ways to improve the school. With him was Sergeant Aquila Vakavaka of the Fiji Military Forces Engineers Unit, who took down notes and measurements that will see the RFMF engineers working on renovating and building school blocks. While at Natokalau, we were led to a very special water source. According to the villagers, this water source has been in existence for many generations. The Vakawawa cave holds a freshwater source that has served generations of Natokalau villagers, and in times of drought, half of Vivia Island depends on this water source. But the amazing thing about this water source is that the water level rises during high tide and drops during low tide with no salt infiltration.
E sakana mai ki na koira tukai ki mamira sa mateani. Ra mai kana ino rata mai ki mami. Ka ki mami sa mai kana tuku nei tambai na ngaunai. Na ngano tanga I kau sa ambaki au sa ambaki on ilima sa lo on ni ko. Ia unga imbula mai au sa ambaka tuanga rei. Kanto tunga ka nei pakara mai ngano mai manta me ava ngonei. Ngano ngai u mai kina oi tui ko. Ngano ngai matikina matitalitu. Me pakara roi dei ko isa ngano tu ni mati. Ia lebu ni wai ngano ni mati ko sa ava tu nei.
Chitoko also informed us that Notokalau village has a traditional special tie with the people of Tuoa Island, which we will later be visiting.
E kaina ki chiko mai wirani tonga se manta. Ni wei ngaka ko koe kalaki wei ni so mi chiko mai Tuoa. Ke ba rasili so wiranga se na koroi na wei. Ra Tuoa kila mai Tuoa ni sa so mana Tuoa mai Tuoa. Kukoe kaina ki chiko ina ki Tuoa kana ki Tuoa ki Tuoa. Rei me kana buku ni wei.
The Commissioner also visited Vivia High School and met with its principal to hear of their needs and give advice on how government can assist on their future development plans. Mambula village is located towards the windward side of Vivia Island. Here, the Commissioner Eastern and government representatives shared this thatched hut for a Talanoa session with the villagers of Mambula. In his address, the Commissioner Eastern told the people of Mambula and neighboring villages to make use of their God-given natural resources, learn from other races, and follow their good examples.
The main point issues of raising this, it's a way of a sense of direction for all the villages in the Eastern Division to have a sense of direction. Because we have been implementing a lot of programs, but there's no sense of direction.
From Mambula, members of the visiting team returned to the waiting MV Iloilovatu as the sun gradually descended over the horizon. At daybreak of day 2, the Iloilovatu cautiously approached the fringing reefs of Tuoa Island, which is home to the only village named Tuoa. With a population close to 100 villages, the people of the island depend on copra and fishing as a source of income. Commissioner Netani Rika is the first Commissioner Eastern to visit Tuoa Island. After a short welcoming ceremony, government officials went out to conduct their work. Here, we see officers of the Department Mineral Resources taking water samples for assessment, as well as representatives from Department of Water and Sewerage. Water is usually a problem here in Tuoa. For decades, they have been depending on this water source for drinking and for bathing. At Tuoa, the villagers were also presented with the opportunity to register for the general elections or confirm their registration with the Elections Office. One of those is 20-year-old Sefanaya Tavoivunilemba, who will be voting for the first time in the upcoming general elections.
So talan bukan rating ni membita membunuh bagi melotel dan dua bunuh membeli pola lagi.
Later during the day, the visiting government officials spent some time with the villagers of Tuoa for a Talanoa session. In his address, Mr. Rika informed the people of Tuoa of the need for every village to have a 5-year development plan.
And once I was in a Tokalau, me tuwa na no na ituwa ni viva katoro da katag no laman lima nemba.
This plan, the Commissioner Easton said, is to be submitted to government through district meetings.
It's very important. So for them to put that on papers and for them to discuss the issue in the village setting, I've been emphasizing for them the chiefs and the people, women and the youth to be inclusive in this. Because in most time in the village setting, traditional setting, women are not given the say, and also youth. But in this case, we want them to sit down together, discuss issues, and put it down on papers, their plan for the next 5 years. So this is a new direction for them to take. But some of the village have already done this. But we just need to polish it properly. So, they, in coordination with us, they put the plan that can be assisted and be implemented on the ground. Okay? And in some cases, some villages don't have any plan. So there's no sense of direction. So we are emphasizing this for all the villages to have a sense of direction. They know the goals to be achieved and the direction to follow.
The people were also given a chance to raise questions, and senior government officials were there to answer to their queries. Most questions raised were regarding uncompleted government projects by earlier governments, and the Commissioner gave advice for all uncompleted projects to be completed as soon as possible.
This is a way of telling them we are here to assist you to complete the incompleted projects and then start with the new projects. So even though it was not done by this government, but by the previous government, but we still, the government of the day, we should still assist them to complete their projects. And that is why one of the purpose. And we are here to do that.
On the next day, the Iloilo Vatu was birthed off Tuoa Island. Today is a special day for 20-year-old Vinal Kaushik Ram, a newly graduate school teacher who will be stepping off the Iloilo Vatu as the first teacher of Indian descent to be posted to Tuoa Primary School. Vinal is a product of government's 2-year scholarship program for trainee teachers at the Fiji National University in Lautoka, and is one of the few teachers who travelled on the Iloilo Vatu to teach in the Lau Group.
How do you feel?
I'm feeling good. I like this island.
Excited?
Yeah. Looking forward to teaching this island.
Have you been to an island before?
No, first time.
Welcome to the Cumbia.
Gominoli shemu lele sar. Ngona moni bo nyeno no letatao. Mandu mo matatao tenia no murulima. Na le kana na le somu. Ubandonya tokea. Si boy bidana singa mette ko na bulbo matala mai mai. Tama no le murndele bona kwa routine mai bingwarra.
At Vikombia village, senior officers of the Ministry of Education made a special presentation to the Tui Vikombia and villagers on behalf of Kaushik, who is originally from Lambasa and at this moment understands Little Fijian. Yet Vinal is keen to learn and make most of his time here on Vikombia Island.
I felt good because I want the village to accept me as their family. They are part of their village. It's their children, it's their brothers and sisters. So I can be with them. So I can understand their culture. So I can mix around with them.
Vinal was thankful to government for the opportunity to become a teacher through its scholarships, saying that he will give all his best to impart knowledge to the children of Vikombia, as well as provide financial support for his parents back home.
I think about my parents because they struggle a lot to make me a teacher, and they work through the hard times to make me what I am today. So it's my turn now to support them. Looking forward to teach the students in the Kumbia. Hope I'll impart them all the knowledge I have and give them a better education.
Like most of the smaller islands of Lau, their main concern is water. Over the years, government has been doing all it can to ensure that all those that live in these outer islands have access to clean drinking water. In this visit to Vikombia, an island which depends entirely on rainwater, the Commissioner Eastern's office supplied rota water tanks to replace old concrete tanks that had served the people for decades and now show signs of cracks and leaks. Like the rest of the islands we visited, the people of Vikombia were given copies of the new constitution. For the first time in Fiji's history, copies of the constitution is made available to members of the public and in the vernacular languages. In his address to the people of Vikombia, the Commissioner assured them that government is seriously looking into providing better shipping services to the much neglected smaller islands of Lau, such as Vikombia and Tuvuda.
One of the challenges in the maritime islands and the Eastern Division is the transportation. And we have been encountering a lot of problem issues because at one time you can see 3 government vessels are all under repair at the same time. So we've been raising the issues, and I thank you for the government for bringing up the solution of getting 3 landing craft vessels for this year. And the budget is there, so all the stakeholders, government schools are working on that. I believe we'll be receiving one very soon, and probably the second vessel will be coming in the second quarter, and probably the third, which was allocated $7 million to design, construct, and for the people. So it's a new one, and it's very important for the Eastern Division to have the vessels in place for commuting people and taking the goods to the people, and also bringing their produce to the urban center. And that is a very main issue, because the mode of transportation in the Eastern Division is by sea, and with these 3 boats in place should give us a great assistance.
Next week, we bring you more of Commissioner Eastern Netani Rika's visit to the Lau Group.